Caitlin, and I am the author of Super is Potent, and I run this channel, The Busy Writer's Life. And for this video, we're talking about how to write a good protagonist, because it is very important that you do that in a story. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just got done running around the house. You should know that a protagonist isn't just necessarily the narrator. 99% of the time it is, but that isn't just what creates the protagonist. It is important that the protagonist is the main character and the protagonist is also the hero. Some authors have tried to go outside the box in an effort to not make the protagonist a hero, because that's what is normal. It's been that way for hundreds and hundreds and even thousands of years. But the thing is nobody really wants to hear or watch the story of somebody who just watched everything. So your protagonist needs to be the hero. And what makes it interesting is that typically the protagonist has the most to lose. Whether this is a loved one, the world, they have some sort of motivation to have. Even if your protagonist is evil, they have the most to lose. It's typically who you choose. You need to know that no one, for both protagonists and any character you have, no one is completely good or completely evil. Okay? Let there be light. In order for there to be light, there had to be a darkness. One of the big mistakes people have is that the character is already awesome, and that typically doesn't go well. There's a couple instances where it does, but the protagonist needs to grow, learn something, and the reader typically grows with them, and that's what's entertaining about it. And in order for them to grow with them, they need to connect with them, which I'm sure you've heard a lot. They need to be able to relate to them. And these protagonists need to be kind of likable, and that will also help your readers connect with them. Something that will also help for them to be able to get closer in relationship with the protagonist is if you actually use show don't tell and how they feel or how they react when things happen. Because that will actually, instead of just saying I am confused, it will actually trigger feelings with the reader to where they are confused as well, which will just draw the reader and protagonist's relationship closer. They need to be able to care about the reader. They need to be able to connect with them to where every time that they're heartbroken, the reader's heartbroken. Every time that they're scared, the reader's scared. They want the protagonist to win. I mean, that's why they're reading it. If you go too far in this and make them too likable, the reader will become biased, and in any bad decisions that they make, or stupid decisions, which your protagonist should absolutely make, the reader needs to be able to tell themselves and tell the protagonist, why would you do that? That was dumb. Okay, they won't do that if they're biased and if they like them too much. To help them grow in the entertainment route, you should probably highlight their flaws that resonate with the main or even some of the subplots. This will actually show what their flaws are, and in the end, it will show how they were able to either create new flaws or, eventually grow up to overcome those flaws, which is the entertaining part. Back to kind of what I said before when it comes to the protagonist as a reader, and I almost fell into this trap, but I did not. They need to be able to make big decisions that affect the plot. The secondary characters are not the protagonist for a reason. They're just there to kind of support the main character or make the main character or the protagonist kind of up its game, whether they're evil or good on its side or not. A way to make them connect is to make them feel sympathy or empathy for the protagonist. This also goes with the antagonist, which will be one of my upcoming videos. But to make them, you need to pull at their hopes and fears, which will help actually grow the relationship between the back and forth dialogue between the reader and the protagonist. So that looks like all I've got on that part. So thanks for watching and listening to I'm actually going through a lot of body aching right now, so I probably sound a lot more off than I already do. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and check out the rest of my stuff. Did I miss anything?